Okay, and welcome again to this week's edition of GPL 357, where we are a few degrees short of a full circle. It was a weekend of the Jim Foley medal where once again our club stopped as one. A wonderful ceremony we had for the Jim Foley medal round, and we paused to thank those that have done so much. It was led to a cracking weekend. We had 2 draws, 2 1-point victories, the big blockbuster naturally as we do each year, and what I think is the greatest victory, upset in GPL history. And to talk about that, we've got members of that very team. But first I'll go up the end to welcome Scotty, the man behind the bar. Welcome, Scotty.
Thanks, Tom.
And the captain of the mighty Surats who pulled off this win, Simon Priest. G'day, Simon.
G'day, Craz. Thanks for having me, mate.
And one of the men who was part of this historic event, Rob Motier. Hello, Rob.
Thanks, Tony.
What we'll do, as always, we'll do some reviews, we'll have a look at, find some lost degrees out there in the course. We'll have a bit of a chat to the boys about how they're going for the season. We've got a great 100-game player this week to talk about. We'll do the tips and move on. So we might start with the reviews. You might as well kick us off, Scotty.
Yes, I just looked at that. The battle for Table 7, which is an in-joke between the Gunners and the Wally's World. It's to do with Saturday mornings here. And the Gunners continue their torrid start to the season with a heartbreaking 1-point loss to the Wally's World, who keep on winning the close ones. Over to you, Rob.
Yeah, we're looking at the Wanderers and the Wood Ducks. They both managed to scrape 2 points out of this one. And the Wanderers just a team that continue to do well. And the Wood Ducks in the 8 on percentage.
They are one of the draws for the weekend. How about you, Precy?
The Wolfpack versus Phoenix. It was a draw as well. A bit disappointing for the Wolfpack. Thought they would get over the line. They had 176 matching the Phoenix on 176. Phoenix aren't much chop, so they'll be pretty happy with a couple of points there to keep them off the wooden spoon place.
Yes, a bit of return to form from their All-Latrobe and Keith Finkel. I've got the Ferrets versus the Corruptibles, 2 giants that have fallen a long way. It's amazing to see these 2 teams, great teams, fighting over the crumbs at the bottom of the table. For the Ferrets, though, this is their 2nd win in a row. They started their march, which I think they believe will end in the finals. And for the Corruptibles, though, that is 6 in a row after changing the uniform. Not ideal. The Ferrets up by just a solitary point. As we do each week, we go out into the field of battle and we see if we can find some lost degrees, and it's amazing.
So this could be the problem with the Ferrets. Here he is, playing with a soccer ball. How are you travelling, Dave? Just playing with a soccer ball out here for the Ferrets.
Soccer ball, yeah, it's done me well. It got me 38 points last week, Craz, and
I know.
we're heading that way this week, I hope.
Going all right?
Couple up early.
It's good to see the Ferrets need it.
Yeah, no, we're just slow starters traditionally. We'll be there.
Paul, Ferrets, how are we looking?
I'm 3 up at the moment.
Are you really? You look hungry. Hungry for everything.
I know it's rare for a ferret at the moment, but I am 3 up.
That's fantastic. How about the old captain? We've got old C-Mac out here doing his best work. G'day, Cal. How you travelling, mate?
Yeah, better. 3 up.
3 up, magnificent.
Gunners need it.
The Gunners are going all right today. This could be the breakthrough win.
Breakthrough, we need it. 5 and 6, nothing.
Get stuck into it, mate. Keep it going. We have coming through the trees. It's hard not to miss him. The captain of the Corruptibles in the new shirt. How's it feeling?
Just a lovely fit, very tight, but
It is tight.
like a tight ship.
You kept the colours. You happy with that?
It was suggested we should all go and start schooling at Wesley, but we've avoided that.
The Yellow Lakers, Wesley?
You will notice
No, you've got one done.
we've struck one out.
How are you playing? Oh, there's another one.
I'm square.
Don't they stand out beautifully? I know.
There'll be another one of those on there next year.
I was going to say, I see you've already done the embroidering for this year as well. As in, there's nothing.
Exactly. Well, we got plenty of space.
All right, guys, keep going.
Yeah, so the Corruptibles, the unveiling of the new uniform, and unfortunately, at one point then the season continues on as it was. We'll continue with the reviews, and I've got the NZ Day blockbuster between the Mighty Tunners and the Buglers. The Tunners, it seems to be a recurring theme on this day, where they once again had the highest score and just played great on 188. They've moved to 5th on the table. And the Buglers, well, they were shocked into submission. They were out of Survivor, a disastrous day for them. And it was, however, their first loss of the season, and I have no doubt that this will be a stealing moment for them to continue on for their march to the premiership. Who you got there, Precy?
I got the Backdoor Bandits versus the All Night Chemists. They got rolled 171 to 179. A bit disappointing from the Mafia. They've actually been pretty good. And I think Jamie Bain and Ken Harves and a few of the boys will be pretty happy to go over the line with that one.
Very happy, the Chemists. What about you, Rob?
Yep, the Vultures and F-Trip, another brutal performance. The Vultures continue to be the highest scoring team, but only in 9th spot. And a solid performance by F-Trip against a real hot opponent.
Yeah, I think F-Trip need to get back to their lunches. It's worked well for them in the past, and I think they're well overdue. What about you, Scotty?
Well, I got the greatest upset in GPL history this weekend. The Trident's undefeated premiers going into this round, looking unstoppable.
They were flying.
They were flying, and then they ran into a 5-man team and weren't able to cover the chocolates. 170 to the Surettes and 168 to the Tridents. Well, boys, what can we say about that performance?
I can't say too much. I was away on the Bucks weekend. Craig called me and I was a bit under the weather. I was pretty excited to hear the fact we got up. There might have been a lot of rats chanting going on down at Portsea Pub, but Sam and I were pretty happy to get the news through.
Rob, did you think it was possible?
Oh, not at all. No, but Paul Crow was fairly definite about it. He said, well, if we put in a solid score and if we all, we only need 5 and 5 we got. So
it was amazing.
I still couldn't believe it when I came upstairs, so yes, it was amazing. Yeah.
Very unusual. Was it a little bit more spectacular than what happened down on the Bucks weekend?
Depends which view you want to take, Craz. there was some good views down there, mate. But no, look, honestly, when you called me, we had a look at the morning. We were playing golf down there.
Yeah.
Following the scores and saw the 235 come in from Criddles and the Cat, and thought, okay, that's a good start. The boys can post over 30. We mightn't win, but at least we'll be competitive, and pretty happy to get your phone call, to be honest.
I could just imagine it's extraordinary.
Moving forward, it could be a good turning point for your season, boys. You are already playing the feeds in round number 7, so there must be some plays in the feeds you are concerned about, though, even though they are struggling.
Yeah, look, a few of my friends play in the Phoenix, a bit of worry. I don't think you ever underestimate anyone. We've been the underdog for the last 2 years. We made the finals last year, so you never walk onto the golf course thinking you've got to win. Everyone's still got to show up, so hopefully we can post a good score and get the 4 points and keep ourselves in the top 8.
The colours of the Phoenix draped across the table here. Sorry about that. And the Vultures have made the Vultures crossed over some colour copyright. Against you guys.
Yeah, there's been a bit of displeasure, you might say, down in the Sturrat's corporate box every time Murray Jones tries to enter. I don't mind having a bit of a dig at him. He still claims that they didn't copy us, but the best thing was last season was with the Karma. They changed their colours and I don't think they got a win after it, so that's what happens when you try and rip off other people's colours.
It is true. Round 10 clash is looming large. The battle of the colours, the pets will collide.
We'll think there's 22 of us on the same team out in the golf course. We won't know what to do. We have the biggest score ever.
It will be magnificent. Well, guys, moments like this can change the season, there's no doubt. And you take what happened on the weekend with you could go a long way in this season.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the difference of us being in the 8 at the moment. So we hopefully build on from there.
Magnificent. It was a cracking win. We've got, talking of cracking, guys, we've got an absolute cracking 100 gamer this year. Ken Harvey of the All Night Chemist, one of the originals he was. He has won absolutely nothing so far over the 8 years. The Chemist yet to win a trophy. However, he still turns up and gives his all. There is no doubt he's trying out there.
Look, I think when you hear You know that halves is definitely out there, so keep it up, halves. Always appreciate your vocals on the course, mate.
Yeah, good on you, big fella. 100 games of absolute determination, and may there be many more. What we've got to go now, guys, is the tips in front of us, and the first up we've got the Tridents versus Volleyball. Two of the big games, first, second versus second, and I think the Tridents might just rebound after their shock on the weekend.
I think I'm with you, Kraz. They'll be a bit filthy getting rolled by us, so I think the Tritons will get it done by Volley World, and if we can get a win, we might just sneak up the ladder against one of those.
Yeah.
So, be handy.
Big game.
I'll stick with the W's. I think with Nick is in our team. Yes, Nick Duncho, who I play with pretty regularly. I think the world can do it.
Flash.
Yeah, Wally's World, look, they just know how to get it done. They're very consistent. I understand it's probably one of the better games of the round actually with these two playing each other because they are both consistent. But I just might go with the morning players of Wally's World.
The Ruts versus the Phoenix are next up, guys. The Phoenix have shown a little bit of late. You need to be on your game. There won't be a letdown after the great stuff on the weekend.
Look, at least we've got twice as many players
Exactly.
this weekend, so that's a good starting point. But as I said before, you never know what can happen out there. But no doubt, either way the result goes, I'm sure Jimmy and I will have a beer in the Steel Rats corporate box afterwards.
I have no doubt, Rob.
Oh,
Rats for sure.
that's for sure.
Scotty?
Yeah, Rats, the Phoenix is just not doing enough at the moment, and I think the Surats will be inspired by the win from last week.
Gummers versus Chemists, a bit of return form of the McCarthy's on the weekend, but I think the Chemists have a little bit too much to play for. They're just outside the 8.
I'll have to second you there, Craze. I think the Chemist got a good thing, and I might just get it done for Kenny Harv's 100.
Very much so.
Yeah, chemist for me.
Much improved performance by the Gummers. I might go with the Gummers this week.
Yeah. Wolfpack versus the Corruptibles next. The Corruptibles still searching for a win this year. This actually might be it. I think they're finally going to turn this around. What about you, Tracy?
Yeah, they might turn it around with the new uniforms, but I think if Wolfpack can actually get enough players to show up, they should get the job done.
Yeah.
Corruptibles for me. Frank, the new draftees of that team, is that right? Frank
Very good,
Montana?
yeah. Frank Finistano, a good player.
So I think the Corruptibles for me.
Oh, it's hard to pick the Corruptibles. The unknown with their new shirt is still very much unknown. I'm with Priest. If the Wolfpack show up, they'll win.
Yeah, and not the greatest form line, the Corruptibles. Back nine Mafia versus the Buglers. As much as the Mafia are going fantastic, I expect the Buglers to rebound and strongly.
Yeah, I think the Boomers might have a little bit of a point to prove after last weekend, Craze. If they stop crying after last week, they might have half a chance. So I'll stick with the Boomers.
Okay.
Oh, I can't split these two, so I'm calling a draw.
Well, that'll be massive. Scotty?
I tried that last week with the Buglers. It didn't work. So, Buglers for me, and Simon, after calling them sooks, I'll be watching you back.
Yeah, Madigan and Wes and Grandpa might be after me. I might be quick out of the car park on Saturday.
Yeah, they've got some talent there. The Ferrets versus the Wood Ducks. The Rodents, the Ferrets on the way. I think they might continue their run.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Ducks might be missing one or two with a couple of boys. So I don't know. I don't know if I can tip the Ferrets. No, I'll stick with the Ducks, mate.
Ducks.
Yeah, the Ferrets, they're no Reds, so I'll go with Ducks.
They are not. Scotty?
Wood Ducks for me. I just don't think you can trust the Ferrets just yet.
Tunners up against F Troop. I think the only way F Troop win this if they go to lunch on Friday. I haven't heard they are, so it must be the Tunners.
Well, I'm not sure, Craze. After seeing some of the scores on the weekend, it depends. If the Tunners are playing 4-ball, better ball again against an individual this round, they'll get up. But if they're playing 2 individual scores, I might tip F Troop for an upset there.
F Troop for the upset, Rob?
Lunch or no lunch, I think the Tunners will get up.
Yeah, I think this is the time of year the Tunners normally start to flex their muscles, so I've got to go to Tunners.
Yeah, very bad. And finally, the Wanderers versus the Vultures. The Vultures, a highest scoring team. The Wanderers have scored the second highest apart from one shocking round which they had. This is going to be a cracking match. I think the Wanderers may get over the line just because they seem to turn up a little bit more. What about you, Scotty?
Well, we're lucky we actually played Wanderers when they had that 138. So thanks, boys. I think the Vultures can get it done this round.
Just because of the colour of their shirts, I'm going for the Wanderers.
And Vultures for me. Their scoring power is just too hard to ignore.
It is extraordinary that they're out of the gate, considering how much they've scored so far. Anyway, guys, thank you very much again for turning up. I'd just once again like to thank Beth Foley, Jim Foley's daughter-in-law, for showing up and being part of the ceremony on Saturday. The Fitzroy RSL, who had their representatives come down, Peter Barnes and Rob Johnson, who are very much behind the organisation of it, and Bobby Beresford, who came along, Lex Tier, our trumpeter, and the official party, and also the two young girls, Sophie Thompson and Sophie Donchos, who were part of the replaying ceremony. It was a really wonderful little evening. So this has been GPL 357. Remember, if you want to win this thing, you better turn up and play well. We'll see you next week.